Magandang hapon po mga batchmates at classmates. Another year, another season na naman ng mga kwento mula sa ating alumni. At unang-una sa ating listahan ay isang alumni po natin na marami sana siyang ma-inspire, especially sa ating mga kababaihan dito na gustong mag-business. Let's all welcome Miss Mavs Almoradi. Tama
Ye-
po ba ang aking pronunciation, Ma'am Mavs?
Yes, actually, it's Mary Vin, kaya lang sobrang haba na. So I just made it my Mavs.
Para mas madaling
Para
yung
mas
nickname
madali,
mo.
name recall.
Yes po, exactly po. Welcome po sa Galing UPLB dito po
Yeah,
sa
thank
ating
you so
Tatak
much.
UPLB segment. So bago po tayo mag-umpisa, Ma'am Mavs, batiin niyo po muna yung mga ating mga tagapanood, maybe your friends and family na tututok po ngayon sa ating kwentuhan.
Yes, good afternoon to all of you, to my fellow Isko-Iska, mga taga-UPLB. Of course, a special mention to my CSIS, the Sigma Alpha Nu Sorority Sisters. Welcome! Sana mag-enjoy kayo sa aming mga chikahan ngayong hapon.
Dahil dyan, Ma'am Mavs, unahin na muna natin yung kasi ito, curious ako lagi eh. Yung ano po ba yung naging dahilan? Bakit ba kayo nag-aral sa UPLB? Ano po ba ang nagdala sa inyo dito? Ano or sino?
I first heard of UPLB from my uncle. Graduate siya sa College of Bachelor of Science in Agriculture sometime in 1950s yata or 60s, early 60s. And lagi kong naririnig sa kanya ang UPLB. So medyo may curiosity in that aspect. And come high school, merong chemistry exam which is Kapnayan. And I was a representative ng school namin sa quiz na yon. Though hindi ako nanalo, that's my first na nakita ko ang ganda ng Los Baños. And then, second time na nagkaroon ako ng first-hand experience was in IRAP, Youth Research Apprenticeship Program. And talagang sabi ko, I told myself, it's UPLB or nothing. From then on, and pinalad, pumasa sa UPCAT, that's it. It's love at first, second, and eternity na.
Pero ano nga po bang kinuha niyo pong course dito sa university?
I took up Bachelor of Science in Economics, major in Developmental Economics sa College of Economics and Management. It was supposedly my pre-law, pero hindi na natuloy. So I think that's the reason why I took that course as a preparatory to commercial law.
Or probably po talaga may ibang plano sa inyo si God
Yeah,
during that time.
precisely.
Yes. Ngayon po, during your time at UPLB, so ano po ba yung nag-udyok sa inyo na sumali sa sorority and
Aha.
how did that experience shape that kind of leader you became? Kasi syempre, marami na ring tulong ang pagiging UPLB student, di ba?
Of course.
Paano po ba kayo na-mold into the leader that you are now?
First is the sorority. Nung panahon kasi namin sa probinsya, yan ang unang-unang kabilin-bilin ng nanay ko. Sabi niya sa akin, huwag kang sasali sa fraternity. Buti na lang, hindi niya binanggit ang sorority. So definitely, hindi ako sasali ng fraternity because it's a men's organization. That kidding aside, sa blockmate ko, I have two sisters who came before me. Naging siya, hindi siya difficult for me to grasp because I believe in that. Kaya siya shop around ka sa mga possible organization na sasalihan mo. When I learned about Sigma Alpha Nu, I'm like, okay, I think I find the right group I will be. I will be by choice. That's how I started, and that was in 1995. So that was 31 years ago. And up until now, we still find time to make chika, kahit hindi physical. We travel together, we see each other. Though we are physically apart, we find time to just say hello, hi, what's keeping you busy, Sisterhood kasi it's a different journey. I mean, you have a lot of friends, no doubt about it. Pero yung principle, sisterhood, is medyo may mas malalim na pinanghuhugutan. And then, of course, yung mga kabatch ko nung time namin na napahirapan, nag-enjoy, alam mo yon, mas marami kayong pag-uusapan. Kasi parang pag nagre-reunion kayo, yun yung laging mong, di ba ang tendency naman, you seldom talk about what's happening now. Pero pag nagkikita-kita kayo, naalala mo ba yung nagpa-concert tayo ng side A? Yung mga ganon.
Tama ba?
Yes. And yeah, if there's one thing na I enjoyed with my stay in Los Baños is of course, the time together with my sisters. Yeah.
So going back lang po, mapapareminis lang tayo ng konti, Ma'am
Yes,
Mavsa.
yes.
Do you remember ano yung favorite or yung least favorite subject mo during your UPLB days?
Favorite. Of course, economics is my favorite because, kumbaga, yun yung tapos ko. Least favorite. Bigla akong napaisip. Parang wala.
Wow,
Parang I
wala
love
siyang
all. Hindi naman. I'm just now. I'm trying to remember. No, I was supposed to say PE pero hindi eh. I love the physical education. Paano ba? Parang wala eh.
Pero kung
Alam mo
wala,
yun,
that's
I
okay.
love all. Especially yung general education because dun sa general education, kami yung panahon na wala pang K to 12, 'di ba? So,
Mm-mm.
ang ganda nung mamimit mo yung iba-ibang blocks, iba-ibang courses together with your and then lalong lumalaki yung yung network mo and kaya nag-enjoy ka kasi nung time namin typically sa probinsya and then I came from a Catholic school. Very rigid, 'di ba? May time na may prayer every class, yung mga ganon. Tapos biglang papasok ka sa UP. Wala. So parang
Oo.
yun yung una mong culture shock kasi all my kinder, elementary, high school, all Catholic school ako. Tapos biglang papasok ka sa UP. Talagang wow.
Nakarelate ako ng konti doon kasi from a Catholic school din po ako
Yes, di
nakapag-attend.
ba? You understand, meron
Oo.
tayong
Yeah.
Angelus at 3
Yes
o'clock.
po.
Tapos, every October, araw-araw kayo nagro-rosaryo. Di ba? Parang,
Yes.
tapos
Every
biglang,
12. Lagi po yata. Lagi kami may 12. 12 noon, 3 p.m., 6 p.m.
but there was a
Yun.
time I stayed in St. Therese.
Yes.
So, medyo nakabalik ako ng konti. Pero parang, hindi yata talaga sa akin ang pagiging madre. Kaya, umalis din ako.
Parang nabigyan tayo ng freedom, parang in a way po.
Yes, yes, yes.
Kayo naman po, siguro, since binabalikan na rin natin yung student days nyo, paano po ba nakatulong yung mga karanasan nyo dito sa UPLB
Aha.
in preparing you for the challenges ng entrepreneurship and leadership after graduation?
Wow! Alam mo sa amin kasi, in general 'no, in UP, first, there was a time na meron akong incomplete.
Mm.
I'm about to graduate and one of my professor gave me an incomplete. Tinanong ko siya, paano po ang completion nito? Sabi niya, magpa-symposium ka, ang speaker mo, si Miriam Defensor Santiago. Parang, sir naman, gusto niyo ba akong graduate or hindi? Di ba? Parang, hello, ang dami mong taong gustong i-invite ko for a symposium. Why Miriam Defensor Santiago? So, I ended up going to Senate. From UPLB, I don't know anyone in the Senate. I just went directly to her office ng the late senator and then told her about my story. Sabi ko, Senator, I have a very big problem. Of course, hindi siya diretso. Kakausapin ka muna ng mga secretaries niya. Tapos, but she's very accommodating. Lalo na she loves UP students, 'di ba? So sinabi ko sa kanya yung impediments ko of graduating. Ang sabi niya sa akin, okay, I'm going there. You're graduating. So we
Oh.
ended up, nandun siya, dumating siya, nagpa-symposium kami sa Circa. And tinatawanan niya. Sabi niya, nasaan ang professor mo dito? So, I mean, it's a funny experience. So that's one thing for my academic. Pero of course, sa organics, sa UP Sigma Alpha Nu, talagang grabe. Grabe ang training grounds na ginawa sa amin doon. I remember producing a concert na pare-parehas kaming estudyante. Wala kaming mga pera. Imaginein mo. And ang aming pina-concert was side A band. And then the side A band, nagbenta na kami ng mga tickets. But we need to pay, I think, 260,000. And that's a huge money then. Naibenta na namin yung mga tickets and then na-confirm na nandun na yung mga artists but hindi sila kakanta hanggang hindi bayad yung talent. So, we sold the tickets habang nandun kami sa ticket booth, nagbebenta kami, and then ako kasi ang responsibility ko was sponsorship. So naghanap ako ng mga sponsors sa Manila. Wala akong mga kakilala, namigay kami ng mga letters, and then wow, marami namang nag-respond. How did that help me? Because when I was in Singapore, there was a time I had a sponsorship manager ako ng isang federation. Yung first-hand experience ko of looking for sponsor sa aming concert by Side A Band. Parang ay, ganun lang pala ang gagawin ko. Madali lang yan. If you are to ask me, mas maraming real life experience akong na-experience sa sorority. I mean, with the organization. Kasi in the classroom setup, of course, it's theories, di ba? Pero dun sa Sigma Alpha Nu kasi, talagang, there was a debate, kami ang ang representative ng Sigma Alpha Nu. And it was a very very ang ganda nung experience namin kasi ang mga kasama ko sa debating team are all my batchmates, which are all economics students. And imagine, we are very strong-willed women. And then ang topic is about economics. So, we ended up winning. Oo, kasi kumbaga parang kahit takpan mo yung mata namin, makikipagsabayan kami about, that topic because that's our domain knowledge. And I think I was awarded as the best debater during that time.
Wow.
So, oo, kaya ang saya. My college days is a very, very, ang sayang experience probably because I am very active with the sorority.
At saka, looking at yung kinausap niyo si Senator Defensor, it's really one thing, no? Kasi isipin niyo po, I would love to hear her thoughts. Kung
Super!
ako
Oo, as in talagang suntok sa buwan, di ba?
Oo.
Ang incomplete ko, you can only be completed with a invitation for the late Miriam Defensor Santiago. And parang, alam mo, nanlulumo na talaga ako kasi of all people naman, 'di ba? Of all people na iimbitahan ko.
Ito parang
kahit
medyo suntok sa buwan po, no?
Diba, suntok sa buwan. Kaya, parang, sige, sabi ko, I'll try. But, I'm really surprised and she is a very, very supportive alumni. Hands off ako dun sa ating late president. I think if merong star of all seasons na kahit sa kabilang buhay, kailangan mong awardan, it's the late Senator Miriam Defensor Santiago.
Wow, grabe talagang the chills na ganong experience nyo. It's really, really inspiring po.
Super.
Looking, syempre, you took the bold step of founding Imred Enterprises.
Yes,
Pwede po ba namin malaman kailan nyo to nasimulan?
Yes,
Ano ang nagbigay ng inspirasyon sa inyo to start this?
We stayed in Singapore for 13 years. And then we are permanent resident doon. We have our own house and life is it's Singapore, It's a place wherein it's like a Disneyland of all professional. It's a system that works. Pero meron kasing timeline that at the age of 40, we have to go back. Otherwise, malululong ka na sa alam mo yon, yung parang this is the life of Pero we plan to go back. But for me, I came back earlier because my mom had cancer. So parang ang iniisip ko nun, wala namang nagsisisi sa una. So I told my husband I need to resign as I'm the managing director of Inspire. It's a technology company from Sweden, and I am the managing director of the entire Asia Pacific. Pero I have to give it up kasi nga I choose to take care of my mom. So okay, my husband is very supportive, and I told my husband, I think I'm the mom, so I think it's my responsibility to take care of the kids. So, inuwi ko lang lahat din sila. So, when I was in Isabela, ang background ko is hotel technology. So, if i-insist ko yung alam ko, wala akong magagawa. And the one that was offered to me is construction. So IMRED Enterprises is actually a trading company. So we started with trading cements, semento. Alam mo yung bag ng semento? But we are trading in trucks. So, yeah. And then we started, it's anything under the sun, basta construction.
Materials.
So we sold some construction supply, imbornal, you know, yung RC pipe,
Malaki.
yung mga ganon. Nakakatuwa kasi nga siguro, my clients saw the potential. So they keep on giving me projects. Pero I keep on accepting projects that I don't even know how to do. The first major PO I received was a 12,000 pieces imbornal. Imagine, I don't know how to do that. I don't know who can do that, but I still accepted it as if I can. And then I asked my dad, kasi my dad was a civil engineer. Tay, paano gumawa ng imbornal? And then told my tatay says, ibalik mo yung PO na yan kasi masisira ka. And siguro maganda rin na medyo matigas ang ulo ko kasi I didn't listen to that nung sinabi ng tatay kong i-cancel ko yung PO. Imagine, that's 12,000 pieces of imbornal, 'di ba? Parang sabi ko, sayang. Magbibigay sila ng down payment. So, yun.
Talaga risk.
Nakakatawa kasi talagang zero knowledge, malakas lang ang loob. Nagpabili ako sa staff namin ng dalawang molde ng RCP. And then from there, sabi ko, sige, kopyahin nyo kasi hindi natin magagawa yung 12,000 with a two piraso. So now, naging factory na kami ng imbornal. So I think in Isabela, pag kailangan mo ng imbornal,
Kilala na po kayo.
lalabas yung pangalan ni IMRED. So it's good and it's nakakatawa kasi with the name IMRED, people are very curious of how the name came from. Ngayon, officially, ang ginasabi ko, it's a scientific process. It's introduction, method, result, and discussion. That's IMRED. That's how I'm red. Pero actually, how it started is because I love red. I love red lipstick. So, ako si Red. Yun yung real story ng I'm Red. Is because of me loving red lipstick. Pero ang pangit naman i-explain ko sa mga kliyente ko, di ba, ng construction. Di ba? Na kasi po, yung may-ari ng I'm Red mahilig sa pulang lips. Baka hindi na nila ako seryosohin, di ba?
Nakakatuwa po. Well, looking at it, nakakatuwa yung kwento. Parang dapat pagkasama kayo ni Ma'am Shelo. Red lipstick.
So it's really, ang laging sinasabi is, if you, be careful of what you dream. Kasi, if it's really for you, it will be given to you. So, those were my dreams. Sabi ko, sana mabigyan ako ng break. And then when binigay sa'yo yung break, and then kung natakot ako, dun sa 12,000 order ng imbornal, di malamang yung binawi sa akin yung gift na yun. Then I could have ended my entrepreneur dream right there and then. So, wala talaga. Sabi ko, sige, laban lang. So, yun, nakakatuwa how we started. And now we are into ready mix na nag-evolve siya. You know the ready mix pag nakikita mo yung mga truck na meron parang umiikot ng ganun. Yeah, that's our business na ngayon. So it's ready mix business. We are very very visible in Region 2, Isabela, Cagayan, Vizcaya, Quirino, and now we are here in La Union. I'm here in La Union. So entering another region and then soon in different places. So
hopefully dito sa Calabarzon na rin po. May I'm
Ready. Soon. Yeah, definitely.
Pwede na din po kayong maging supplier ng UPLB.
Yeah, actually nung yung anak ko, nag-defend ng thesis niya. Of course, stage mother ako, nandun kaming mag-asawa. And I know na marami kayong under construction dyan. Kasi I mean, of course, the company evolved, mayroon na kaming construction ngayon. So we are also in the construction business. But hindi po kami involved sa flood control. So just to tell you, wala po kaming sa flood control. And right now, we are all handling private account. Wala pa akong government. So soon, if it's for me.
Nakakatuwa yung story ng name. Grabe.
Thank you.
I'm red pala siya. I'm so sorry. I pronounce
Yeah,
it
yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
pero nakakatuwa. I'm red. Very subtle. Nakakatuwa. Hindi
Thank
ako
you.
makamove on. Ang cute kasi talaga nung pangalan. So, syempre po, iba po talaga ang classroom theories sa totoong mundo. So,
Yes.
how different or ano po yung challenging when you transition, syempre, from academic economics to real-world entrepreneurship? Paano
Ah,
nyo po nalagpasan yung
okay.
challenges nito? Para at least may idea yung mga students
Sige,
natin
sige.
na nag-iisip na
Oo.
ngayon na what to do. Especially mga
Okay.
katulad ng course yun po.
When I graduated in UPLB, prior to the marching nung during that time, that was in April, I was hired by Pilipinas Shell na as their one of their executive parang assistant ganyan na groom nila for management position. So I stayed there for 4 years. So imagine, no, right after graduation, hinire ka ng top oil company, you're given a car, you're given lahat, libre bahay ko sa Batangas. Alam mo yun, typical na dalaga ka, ang laki ng sweldo mo. Saan ko gagastusin ng pera ko? Parang ganun. And then, sabi ko, though I'm a graduate of economics and I'm doing, kasi ang ginagawa ko nun, bumibili ako ng propane and butane sa Russia, sa iba-ibang company. It's like a trading company. And then, ipaprocess namin siya sa Tabangao, which is in Batangas. So, ang gagawin ko naman, ipaprocess namin sa Batangas, tapos i-ship namin siya locally or minsan may bibili internationally or yung lorry. Alam niyo yung makikita mo yung mga parang truck na mahahaba na yun, LPG ang laman nun. So it's either propane and butane. So to cut the story short, it's like a fantasy for a graduate of economics using my course for 4 years, and kumbaga it's everybody's dream. Kaya lang, I believe, sabi ko sa boss ko, sir, sabi ko, parang feeling ko magaling ako sa sales. Sabi ko, though wala akong experience. Sabi niya, ano ka ba, Mavin? Alam mo ba, yung position mo, that's everybody's, kumbaga everybody's eyeing. Kasi nga parang napaka-swak na swak graduate ka and then that's what you're doing. Sabi ko, pero hindi ako masaya. Kasi, di ba, parang wala akong ibang ginagawa all throughout kundi data gathering, computer lang ang kausap ko buong araw. Parang feeling ko I'm a people person. In short, hindi niya ako binigyan ng chance to apply for another sales role within Pilipinas Shell. So I have no other choice but to go out of Shell and then went to telco. Then I did my sales. So okay, to cut the story short, sales sa Pilipinas, then I went to Singapore. And then I went to Singapore, I'm bringing in millions of dollars in terms of sales. Kasi ang hawak kong account was Intercontinental Hotel, Marriott Hotel. Kumbaga pag ako pumupunta doon, ang ibig sabihin nun, kasi when you are in the managerial deal level, kumbaga parang $1 million sale na yung i-close ko. So, I'm doing that. And then sabi ko sa sarili ko, ganun pala ako kagaling na I'm bringing in millions, pero ang direct recipient are may bosses, yung may-ari ng kumpanya, which is a Swiss company, or is it before it's in Docomo Intertouch, which is a Japanese company. Sabi ko, what if, sabi ko, sarili kong payamanin ko. I mean, alam mo yon, it's like a wild dream. Okay, uwi ng Pilipinas. Pero grabing transition yun, ha. Coming from managing director level, pag ako nag-fly nun, of course, business class. Pag ikaw nag-hotel, of course, nasa 5-star hotel ka. And then now, here you are. In reality, wala ka ng pambayad ng hotel, wala ka ring budget for business class, Kasi kailangan mong kung pwede kang mag-bus ka. Kasi you have to be very calculative pag nag-uumpisa ka. Of course, kasi wala pang pumapasok na pera, 'di ba? Lahat initial cost mo, magpapakilala ka pa lang sa clients and everything. Talagang you have to swallow a bitter pill. Tanggalin mo ego mo. Walang ego. Kasi pag ang hahanapin mo is yung life ng corporate, manlulumo ka kasi it's really different. Of course, now, coming to 5 years, 6 years, nag-uumpisa na mag-reap ng harvest. Pero when I started as an entrepreneur, no. talagang kalimutan mo na lahat ng experience mo. Just look at it like a fresh, it's just chapter 3 of my life. Now I'm in chapter 8. Kasi if you keep on going back, if you keep on reading that chapter, parang balik na lang kaya ako sa corporate life. And then, then yun na. Sabi ko, no. This is my dream and I wanted to pursue I cannot be bossed around because I want to be my own boss. So, kaya
Talagang lakas ng loob.
ay,
Lakas
grabe.
ng loob.
Super. Siguro kung pwedeng kung pwedeng masangla ang lakas ng loob.
Ang dami
Okay.
rin nasanla.
Unfortunately, hindi.
Ay,
Pero
wag lang.
that's really I think the only tool that I have. Of course, school gives you confidence.
Yeah.
Kahit saan ako makakilala, alam mo, kahit saan ako makarating, sabihin ko pa lang, I'm a graduate of University of the Philippines. Alam mo yon, parang gusto mo pa, minsan, you really also need to know where you are, diba? Para at least, nakakadagdag ng confidence. And of course, yung mga people who's trying to test, minsan gagamitin mo yon as a tool. Kung gusto mo mambully, I can bully you. I'm a lot bully. But of course not. Pero sometimes you really need to know, yun siguro ang ano doon is when you graduate at UP, lalo na Los Baños, alam mo nang I'm equipped.
Yeah.
And then now I'm equipped, I will just need to, kumbaga parang ano siya, pundasyon ng bahay. Alam mo na meron na ako nito. So, gagawan ko na lang ng pader, and then lalagyan ko na lang ng walling, lalagyan ko na lang ng interior, and then lalagyan ko ng furniture para maging magandang bahay yon. Kasi maganda yung pundasyon. And that's, I think, what UPLB gave me.
A great foundation.
Yes.
Exactly. Ngayon yun po, syempre kanina pa natin na pagkukwentuhan na lagi nyo nakakasama pa rin yung mga sis nyo.
Yes.
You stayed connected even after so many years.
Yeah.
And sa tingin niyo po ba, ano po ba yung papel ng alumni in strengthening the values of UPLB students today? Syempre marami pa rin tayong mga residents
Yes.
na nandito sa UPLB. So,
Kami
ano
sa Soraya.
ano yung papel ng mga alumni to
Yeah,
strengthen their values?
I think it's the alumni plays a very vital role. Kasi we can provide them a lot of support. And it doesn't just mean financial support, but of course, support in of giving our time, sharing our experience. Pero ang maganda sa amin sa Soro is hindi alam ng mga sis, mga residente that we're here. We will never turn back our sa kanila. So they know they have support, pero hindi sila yung tipong mayat maya. Alam mo yon, they are even showing us na wow, this is what we can do. And of course nagkakaroon ng very very nakaka-proud na nakukontinue yung legacy ng lalo na of course ng aming sorority. Pero yung role namin as a mentor, diba? I think it's giving you guidance, providing success stories. Yun, that's the role that we can play. Financial, of course, it's a big help. Kasi if let's say you have sisters who are capable, kunwari, raising 10,000 pesos. Uy, isang sis lang yan, kaya ibigay. Alam mo yun, yung mga tipong, pero if you don't have that kind of sis who can give you that much, then of course, it's time constraint, ganyan. So, I think that's of course a big help. But more than the financial support that we can give is actually more on giving inspiration, sharing our time, sharing our experiences, and of course, I know one way or another, may natututunan sila sa amin. Kasi for us, for me to come up with that story, it took me 20 years, 'di ba? To build up this kind of personality, the kind of confidence I have because I know I've been tested by time. So So, yung mga sasabihin ko sa mga sis ko to share, I can share it to them. It's up to them na lang whether they will accept. Of course, hindi lahat ng sinasabi ko is valid to their situation right now. Pero it's good. Kasi nga, lagi kong sinasabi, intelligent people learn from others' mistake.
So ngayon po, as a woman entrepreneur, di ba?
Aha.
Ano po ba yung maipapayo nyo sa mga kabataan, especially sa mga batang babae or mga women natin dito sa university na gustong maabot din ng kanilang full potential, both in
Yes.
their career and I think, in community service na rin.
Yeah. Siguro for as an entrepreneur, not all kasi can be an entrepreneur. And mahirap na journey ang pagiging entrepreneur. Kasi kung madaling maging entrepreneur, then dapat lahat ng tao, 'di ba? Should be an entrepreneur, but hindi. So, siguro ang payo ko lang, if you really wanted to live your life na wag kang matakot sa challenges. And ang lagi ko kasing iniisip, problems is not a problem. It's just a setback. Minsan, 'di ba kunwari, for me, I keep on pursuing that account. I keep on pursuing that account. Tapos eventually, case sarado. Hindi ikaw yung pinili. If I will focus on that, manlulumo ako. But minsan setback is a redirection. Kasi pala, hindi sa'yo binigay itong account na to kasi binigyan ka ng mas malaki. Kasi kung tinanggap ko tong account na to, lahat ng resources namin will be focused on this, hindi ko na makikita ito. Samantalang, nung I move on to another, okay, sorry. Ang mahalaga sa buhay, lagi kong sinasabi is dapat walang what if. So, all the things na kaya mong gawin during today, do it. Kasi, if hindi mo gagawin, there will a time, you will say, what if ganito kaya yung ginawa ko? What if kinausap ko si ganito? What if, di ba? And too late, the hero. So, sabi nga, there's no tomorrow. Tomorrow is something na you're not sure whether it's happening. And even a very intelligent people doesn't know what tomorrow means. You only have today. Yun. So, yun yung lagi kong sinasabi na you have to do it. Siguro that's also my sororities, it's the mark of excellence in everything we do. Kapag ginawa ko to, did I do my best? Or, hindi, ano lang yan, sige lang, para may maipasa lang na proposal, pero, alam mo yun, minsan kasi makikipag-tender ako, no? Parang, I just want to submit my tender just because para lang merong maisubmit. Pero hindi mo pinag-aralan, hindi mo talaga, lahat ng all the things na pwede mong i-add on, then, api ko, if I would do it half-heartedly, I might as well not do it. Kasi sayang lang yung time ko, sayang lang yung time ng tao na kakausapin ako. Tapos, we just wasted each other time. So, I value my time. I value my client's time. So, I think that's where we're coming from.
Feeling ko malaking tulong na po yan sa ating mga women entrepreneurs. And we hope mas marami pa tayong mag-groom na women entrepreneurs just by listening to your inspiring story.
Yes.
Just a glimpse lang, no?
And kasi di ba, mind you, construction is a men's world.
Yes.
Yes, it's a men's world. Kaya pag meron akong nagpupunta ako sa lahat ng mga kalaban ko, mga lalaki, 'di ba? But then pupunta ako doon, parang, "Hoy, may babae." Pero I don't look at it as a setback. 'Di ba? I look at it, wow. Mapapansin ako kasi I'm the odd one out.
Yes. Kaya nga tuwan-tuwa ako sa pangalan niya, ma'am. Yung talagang nakita ko narinig ko yung kwento na I'm red because you're nakakatuwa. Kasi very siya, metaphoric for me. May pagka-metaphor yung niya. Nakakatuwa lang talaga. Hindi ako
Yes.
maka-move on sa sobrang nakakatuwa yung storya. Anyway, ito po, ma'am, kung may isa man po kayong lesson sa inyong journey na gusto niyo pong dalhin ng bawat UPLB student or alumna or alumnus, ano po iyon?
Fight for your dreams. Oo. Ilaban mo yan. Huwag kang panghihinaan ng loob just because they didn't support you. Huwag kang panghihinaan ng loob just because they feel na hindi maganda yung produkto mo. Huwag kang panghihinaan ng loob just because. And nobody knows your strength except you. And dapat, you being an entrepreneur, dapat ikaw yung number one believer of your dream. Kasi pag sarili mo, dinadoubt mo, then, alam mo yun, people will doubt you. They will feel you. Pero pag ikaw mismo is, alam mo yun, kahit saan tayo makarating, ilalaban ko ang pangarap ko. 100% I tell you, it's going to happen. Just fight for it. And guard it. Wag mo siyang hayaang just because sinabi ng kaibigan mo, hindi kasi ganyan yun. Sabi ng magulang mo, I think bumalik ka na lang sa trabaho. May mga ganon, di ba? Na sa Singapore, of course, ang ganda ng life nyo, mga ganon-ganon mga feedback. But just stay focused. All of that input, listen, pero at the end of the day, you have to decide. Kasi life is all about problem solving. So, you just know how to solve problems. One step at a time. Kasi pag ang tingin mo agad yung malaking problema, magmamagnifying glass ka agad. Pero when you look at it, pag tiningnan mo, ang liit lang naman, yun lang naman pala eh. Kaya lagi I keep on telling sa company, we just need to simplify things. Kaya yung mga paperworks, as much as possible, kung kaya nating i-simplify, simplify. Lean organization, duplication of jobs, tanggalin. Alam mo yun? So, those are the things na maganda. Siguro when you are a small company, hindi ko sasabing small company. Pero in terms of organization, very lean ang organization namin. Kaya, that's what I'm proud of with our organization.
And ito yung nag-work talaga sa inyo. Ito yung
Yeah.
recipe nyo for success in a way.
I don't know whether that's success, but if they say it is, then thank you. Pero for me, I just at the end of the day want to say, sabihin na natin ano sa my life, if one day my God will call me, what is my accomplishment, siguro sasabihin ko, I did my best. I used my talent and to help other people. I used my talent to give employment. I used my talent to build bridges. I used my talent to make all my projects strong, na hindi ako nagnakaw ng semento. Di ba? Kasi minsan when you are, how will you, at the end of the day, I wanted to sleep well at night, na feeling ko wala akong, alam mo yun, pag ikaw gumawa ka ng tulay, tapos imbis na 10 semento ang nilalagay mo doon, nilagyan mo lang ng 5. Ewan ko lang kung makatulog ka sa gabi, di ba? Kasi hindi mo alam kung sino ang mahuhulog sa tulay na gagawin mo. Pero when you do your job well, I think that's the best thing I can tell my Lord na I did my best. And the talent was used 100%.
Yes. And with that, thank you very much po, Ma'am Mavs. Nakaka-inspire ang story
Thank you
po.
so much.
And I hope mas marami mga estudyante ang makarinig talaga ng
Salamat
mga
po.
kwento. Kasi para ma-encourage sila na huwag kayong panghinaan ng loob. Challenge lang yan. Ginugroom lang kayo to be better individuals. At saka para maging ready kayo sa mga challenges pa na talagang magiging yung magmo-mold sa inyong personality, sa inyong ugali, sa lahat. As in, para maging proud ka. And I hope proud na proud po ang inyong, syempre, sorority. And syempre, ang UPLB community, Ma'am
Thank you
Mavs.
so
Thank you very
much.
for this time, for sharing your experiences with Nat.
Salamat.
Okay po, Ma'am Mavs, syempre, ito na yung favorite part namin dito sa Tatak segment, ang Tatak Shoutout. Pwede po ba naming marinig ang inyong Tatak Shoutout?
Ako, si Maryven Abrogar Armoradi, Certified, tatak, UPLB.